Hi, my name is Dr. Cece Dixon, and I want to welcome you guys to Humanities 102. I am super excited to have you in my course this term, and I hope that at the end of the day, you will have a better understanding of the development of Western culture. If you have taken Humanities 101 with me, then you know sort of how this course is going to feel. If you haven't, and this is your first humanities class, not to worry. You can jump right in. You don't have to have had the first part. And I think you'll find that after the first week or so, you'll get a good grasp of how the course works. I do want to make sure of a couple of things before you guys start the content of the class. The first is the textbook. I want to make sure everyone gets the right textbook. You need Culture and Values, a Survey of the Humanities, the 9th edition, Volume 2. Okay? So if you took Humanities 101, you had Volume 1. So make sure you have Volume 2 and make sure you have the 9th edition. I assign readings from the book. That is a huge part of the course. You will have a reading assignment. You'll probably have some videos to watch, some of my lectures to watch. You'll take some quizzes. You'll have some discussion board posts and a couple of other types of assignments. And it's very important that you get the textbook. This is not one of those classes that you can get by without the book. Particularly an online class, that is one of our main tools. So the first section of the course, the early Renaissance section, you don't need the book for. That's just to give you guys a week or so to get the book. But after the beginning, like September 1st, you're going to need the book, and that's when I'll start assigning readings from the book. So a little bit of leeway there, but you need the book. You can't get by without it. So that first section, you won't see any readings, and you'll go, huh, but as soon as the second section drops, you will. So I don't want you to be confused by that. This is my information. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about anything in this course, an assignment, you can't find something, you don't understand something. Please either email me or call me. I'm happy to address whatever issues you have. This is my direct email address that goes to my telephone. So if you need more of an instant answer, this is the best way to get me. These are my office hours. This is when I'm reachable by phone. These should not change. If they do, for whatever reason, I will let you guys know. Just so that you know, I am physically located on the Eufaula campus. So if you are a student based in Dothan, the best way to get in touch with me is going to be either through email or phone. And you also have the option to use the course mail tool as well. So this is the syllabus. You need to click here and read the syllabus. I'm not going to read that to you, but you are responsible for everything in this course syllabus. All right, so this is how I calculate your grade. Quizzes within the units, writing assignments, discussion board posts, all of those scores average together and are worth 50% of your grade. So this is what you're going to be working on weekly. Okay, these are your weekly assignments. Think of these as your coming to class assignments. And then your midterm is 25% and your final exam is 25%. I have section assignments, so some sections might be, you might have a week and a half to work through all the material. Other sections you might have a little bit longer, but I've made the due dates very clear. So please, please, please stay up with all your due dates. One of the things that we'll be doing in this class are discussion board posts. Because we're not meeting face-to-face, this is the best way we can interact with one another. So in almost every section, I'm going to pose a question to you based on the content of what we've been talking about. You'll be required to respond to that question in your own post on the discussion board. And so as you can read here, I'm looking for a minimum of 8 to 10 sentences in your post. You can have more, you probably will, but you can't have less, or you'll get points deducted. Then you need to go back and respond to another student's post. And that response needs to be 75 words at least, again, minimum. And you need to bring something new to the table. Did that student's post make you think about the question in a different way? Did it add a dimension to the question that you hadn't thought about before? Did it raise another question in your mind? Bring something new in your responses. Don't just say, I agree. Don't just summarize what the person said, but really engage with the ideas that are being thrown around. Make sure that you guys are respectful of each other as you post. It's fine to disagree, but let's keep it civil. And also realize I read and comment on all the discussion posts, so if you don't want me to read it, you don't need to post it, okay? You're also going to have a midterm project, and you will see the assignment for that at the top of the content page, and you will have a final paper that I anticipate each of those projects, the midterm project should take 3 to 4 days to complete, as should the writing assignment. And I have given you that amount of time in the course schedule to make sure you'll have plenty of time to do those two assignments. Please make sure that you manage your time well. For those of you who've never taken an online course, try to set yourself time aside 2 days a week and pretend you're actually coming to a physical class. So if it's 8 to 9:15 every Monday and Wednesday night, that's fine. That is going to be the sacrosanct time where you are going to work on this class. You'll still have to work additionally, but at least you're forcing yourself to treat an online class like an in-class class. And that will help you not miss deadlines. It'll keep you engaged. You really need to be checking in with the course and doing something in the course every day. If you do that, you shouldn't have any problems. Also, as soon as you submit work, I will grade it. You don't have to wait to the deadline. As soon as you have something completed, go ahead and submit it and I'll grade it. I will post study guides for the midterm and the final exam so that you can prepare. I take the questions for those exams directly from the quizzes and the discussion posts in each unit. And you must come to a campus, either in Eufaula or in Dothan, to take your midterm and final. And so you can find those dates down here on the course calendar. If you want to print it off, you can do so right there. But this shows every unit will be studying this term, when the unit opens, when all the quizzes are due, when the initial discussion post is due, and when the response discussion post is due for every single unit. The due dates are 11:59 p.m. So you have until 11:59 p.m. on September the 3rd to do all the quizzes in the Early Renaissance unit. The first discussion post must be there by 11:59 p.m. August 29th. So that's how you read the schedule. I'll remind you when things are due. I'll remind you, that, okay, you're about to have a deadline, so make sure you check in and you're checking your announcements. These are your midterm exam options. You can see you have 2 Dothan options and 1 Eufaula option. Please go ahead and get your schedule straight at work or with childcare if necessary to make sure you can make one of these times. You can see here's the date that your midterm project is due. And then these are the units that we'll tackle after midterm. You can see when the final essay is due and then your final exam days. Okay. If you are not physically able to come to the Eufaula campus or the Dothan campus, if you are not local to one of those areas, you have the option of using an off-campus proctor for your midterm and your final. If you choose to do so, you have to complete an application, and it must be submitted at least 2 weeks before the scheduled exam. And this is the link to the proctor application. Run this test video. If you cannot run this video, you need to download this software. These are the services available for you as an online student. If you want a transcript for my videos, please let me know. This is how to check your grades. This is the quiz that you need to take immediately after you visit all this information on this Getting Started page. I want you to click here and take this quiz. It will not take you long. I'm asking you a question and I just want to hear your answers. Very low stakes. It's just a way for me to get to know you. And it's also a way for me to know you're here. You need to take that quiz immediately in order to keep from being dropped from the class. So, welcome to this course. I'm super excited to have you take that quiz at the very bottom of the page. Then click over here on content and get started. Again, reach out if you have any questions at all.